where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon, as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Returnable here from the 38. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now.
Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work and preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. He gets it complete to Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. 5 yards gets them back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
That's a nice run, a nice game that has to have them feeling pretty good about themselves as we head to the 2-minute warning.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players, so let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
On first down, Purdy. It returns it right back to Samuel.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Samuel with a catch, and he's still the gold standard for receivers getting work out of the backfield, even if his numbers fell in 2022. Most yards, carries among NFL receivers, over 850 total yards for him in 2022. Not too shabby since he only played 13 games.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Purdy looking to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the 49ers just continue to roll. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And his pass incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Purdy to throw it on first down.
Flushed out right. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners will extend their lead here just before halftime.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Ryan Tannehill looking good, 2 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Bijan Robinson, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. The Niners got a solid first half outing by their second-year quarterback, Brock Purdy. He had a half for the ages. Touchdown pass after touchdown pass. He threw a month's worth of touchdowns in just those first 2 quarters of play.
Here's McLeod from his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Ray McLeod.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, 49ers.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 18.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator? offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush. What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely.
Who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
On first down, it's Purdy. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down.
Purdy now to throw. Hitting Samuel on the slant.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Purdy sets up to throw again.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Deebo Samuel.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers are pouring it on. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Extra point try now for Moody.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski now from his end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. You're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It was Clelin Ferrell who was able to rush in and make that tackle. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh.
Now Pickett.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
Last drive, the touchdown, 4 catches. Really good. He was. They were not good on the other side trying to stop him. What do they need to do?
Well, this is where the entire staff has to get involved because we always focus on the defense.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Deebo Samuel.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel.
70 yards.
And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Pickett back to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Now Pickett, he's got this to his running back, Harris.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
And he's going to go down again. Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
This is fielded inside the 5, and he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like.
There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Steelers nothing.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Pickett. And that one too wide and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 13-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. Time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire